Good morning, everyone. Hope everybody had a good Memorial Day and remembered what Memorial Day is all about. I picked snap beans late yesterday evening. I see I missed a few, but it was getting close to dark when I picked them. We were supposed to get rain yesterday, but it never came. So I'm having to water a lot. I actually went to Lowe's and got a soaker hose for the tomatoes over there. As you can see, we're getting a few tomatoes on those indeterminates. But some of them have just started blooming, so it'll be a while before I get a ripe tomato off those. But these over here are these determinates. They're actually taller than the indeterminates, are loaded with tomatoes. And the cucumbers here, I think I need to prune off a lot of these bottom leaves so they'll get more airflow. Wind's blowing today, so tomato pollination should be great because that's how they're pollinated, wind pollinated. And I have a watermelon, either the Black Beauty or the Yellow Crisp, I believe it is. I don't remember which one I stuck in here. This is a Black Futsu pumpkin I'm trying this year. Says it's very productive, long keeper. I've never grown it before. It is a machata, because if you want to get pumpkins or winter squash in the south, you need to grow a machata because the vine borers just absolutely destroy anything like a Hubbard, anything in the Maxima family. And this right here is my son's favorite fruit, and that would be cantaloupe. Got cantaloupe and watermelon growing in here, and some puny looking garlic that was left. That one has escape on it. Never even noticed the escape, and so does that one. Probably not much to the what's on the bottom. Probably need to take it out already. And I believe those two over there at the side are leeks. And this is the Florida Everglades tomato. If you put it in a bed with something else, believe you me, it's gonna take over the whole bed. And my friend Travis Key up in Georgia is on Lazy Dog Farms. That's his channel. Has put him some in a raised bed. I told him, I said, you'll have a surprise coming because you never get rid of them once you have them. They just pop up everywhere. They volunteer like crazy because the berries are so tiny. They're about the size of a blueberry. And if some of them fall, no matter how much you pick them, some of them will fall. And they just reseed themselves like crazy. That one happened to reseed itself in the chicken pen, where I threw a bunch of them to the chickens. And yes, I do miss my chickens. But that's not the end of my chicken journey. I will have more. These bell peppers here have just started to grow. I mean, they just sat there for a long time. I guess because the soil might have been a little cool, because we had a strange spring where the night stayed in the 40s and low 50s. And that's just unusual for us. So the peppers, after I stuck them in the beds, just sat there for the longest time. Now all of these beds yesterday got thoroughly watered, deep watered. So I shouldn't have to water them for a couple of days. And my okra over here is slowly being eaten by something. I was going to thin it, and I thought I better just wait and see how much of it's going to be ate before I thin it. It's looking good. No fertilizer. I didn't fertilize it at all. If you want to make okra, you don't fertilize. If you want to make stalks, you fertilize. And I planted flowers here, but don't ask me what these flowers are. But they're coming up. Look, I could probably go and look at the empty packages and tell you which one it is, but I'm not gonna do that. We're just gonna wait and be surprised. And I got a short row of pink eye, I think these are pink eye purple hull peas. They're being eaten by flea beetles, undoubtedly. That's what that looks like. And my plum trees are being decimated by flea beetles. The leaves, but they always come out of it because, you know, they keep the leaves for the summer and then shed them off. And this is a pepper. And look at this pepper. Look at the holes in these leaves. And they're not eating these tomatoes in here. Well, there's a few holes in that leaf. But they are after this pepper. This is a bell pepper. I think it's the red bell pepper. And this is a red bell pepper. Nope, this is not the red, this is the yellow. And boy, they're going to town on those leaves. I'd say that right there, slug damage. But what can you do? You don't want to put slug baits in olive. I had this out here picking blackberries. And I just had enough for a handful. Set this down and forgot I even brought it out here. That's what happens to you in old age, kids. Everything is growing beautifully. I gave those peas no fertilizer because they're legumes. They make their own nitrogen. And if you fertilize them, you get a lot of plant, but not many peas. You don't fertilize them, you get a lot of peas. And not a lot of plant. Of course, now them's going to be leggy because they ain't getting full sun until about 1 o'clock in the daytime. Maybe 12. They get about 4 hours of sun. If I moved them toward the house, they get more sun, but they're heavy. They would be in the way over there. So we're just going to play it as it is. And you can see the mess over there. I'm going to clean it up. It's just, I've stacked things there to get them out of my way. Been working on the green stalk. Finally got it all put together except for the watering thing at the top, and it's all so wet right now I don't want that water thing on top. Let me show you my blackberries. I'm going to have to come up with a different kind of trellis because this is not going to hold them up. I need that wire. I know you know what I'm talking about, that heavy duty galvanized wire that don't rust. I need that here. I picked a basket full of these yesterday, and they was some turning yesterday, and I found some leaf-footed bugs out here. There's one that's ready to pick. You'll know if they're ready. Well, that one was not as ripe as I'd like it to be because they come right off in your hand. I can't even see those on the other side from this side. I'll have to go around. And Miss Satsuma here threw off hundreds and hundreds of her fruit, which is probably a good thing because she had more on there than she would ever been able to support and them get very big. Plus, I went around after she did. We got 30 drops of rain last night. See, there's some in the herb water. But that wasn't enough to help anything. You can already see the fruit really good. I don't let no more than 3 to 4 fruit stay on a limb this size. There's a small limb there. It's got 3 on it. Bigger limbs, I'll let a few more stay on. Because I had my limbs broken like 1 year because there's so much fruit. I thought the tree had thrown off more than it had. Alright, I'm going to make this short. Shorter, okay? I can hardly ever make a video and it be short. Hope everybody's having a good week, and God bless. Oh, wait, let me show you the blueberries before I leave. The street sweeper is sweeping the street, so they must be expecting rain. Please ignore the noise if you can. These blueberries are not ready. One here and there. But this girl over here has been showing out like crazy. I'm telling you, she is loaded down with blueberries, and they are beautiful, beautiful big blueberries when they get ripe. Look at that. And I see there's a few out here I need to pick. If I don't get them, the birds will. And what they don't eat, they just knock off under. Look at them under the bush here where they've knocked them off on the ground. And I don't mind sharing them with them. I hate them to waste them. I'm going to end it right here. God bless.